from Los Angeles, California.
And also, Jeff, you're not defending a title.
All right, Shuddy, let's just start the goddamn show.
Since you lost it last time.
This is a Mad Scientist Party Hour.
Oh, hello there, friends! Welcome back to another episode of Mad Scientist Party Hour. My name's Kevin Kraft, joined once again by a man fully nude from the waist down, who's currently shoving his boner into a moldy, floppy jack-o'-lantern. That's Jeff Clark.
What's up, y'all?
And transmitting to us from a research base in Antarctica, the bearded booger-eating thing known as Shuddy Boy.
Hey, all you cool cats and kittens.
Oh, Jesus Christ. We're back with that shit again, huh?
Well, yep, we just started watching season 1 over. Season 2 comes out on the 17th of this month.
Man, I am fucking Tiger King'd out. I don't know what could happen in season 2 that would get me to watch it again.
Season 2 is him calling from jail, the douchebag couple that stole his zoo from him, essentially.
Carol Baskins and her cuck husband.
Yep. Family trying to prove that she murdered Don Lewis still.
I mean,
the trailer looks like it's going to be nuts.
Okay.
I can't imagine that it completely captures the magic of the first part, but I'm on board for it.
I'll let you be the judge. You can watch it and tell me if anything interesting happens, because I have completely lost interest in that shit.
Well, Kevin,
I'll tell you what.
How many Tiger King dicks does Shuddy have to suck, or do I have to suck to get it on your radar?
Like, if we can't do this as a group project.
I love group projects.
I do too, but can't we pick a better one? Like, I just don't give a fuck.
Let's just bang it all out in one day. We'll call it Tiger Queef. We'll get some Photoshop work done, and we'll just put out a fucking 10-hour podcast.
New Patreon show. Well, I will say a Poominati fad that is still going strong, unlike Tiger King, which has run out of steam, is Shuddy's cough, which happened years ago. I believe Shuddy's cough drop happened when I still lived at my first LA apartment. And I sort of forgot about it. I didn't play it for a while, and then when I switched the soundboard software and everything got reloaded and I was sort of trying to rework things, I found it again. I'm like, oh yeah, that is a funny drop. I should play that more. To refresh anybody's memory, here it is. And then Dom, during What the Fuck Did I Just Watch, had his. I actually went back and pulled a longer clip so people could hear it in context. So without the great theme that Bando Cody made, here is, with context, Dom mocking Shuddy's cough.
What's up, everybody? This is Shuddy Boy.
Dom.
It's my first time smoking pot, guys. Sorry.
So, somebody on our Patreon, hold on, I wrote down his name. I think it's Jacob. Jacob on our Patreon podcast we did last week said Shuddy's cough sounds like the Final Fantasy win music. So I don't know. It's a very, very popular video game franchise. The Final Fantasy win music is actually the ringtone on my phone, but I pulled that so people could hear it. So here's Shuddy's cough again. And here is, oh no, it didn't switch. Here is the Final Fantasy win music that Jacob pointed out. So I don't know if you can hear it. So I took it upon myself to chop up Shuddy Boy's cough and put it over the Final Fantasy win music. Once you have them over each other, you kind of hear it.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought it played well. You're like a audio production savant, aren't you? It's crazy the ear you have for this shit.
That wasn't me.
Fair enough. That's true.
That was
I'm
Jacob.
surprised you didn't pick that up.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you're just looking at things too close.
Gotta take a step back like Jacob from our Patreon did and analyze things from a distance.
Yeah.
Good job by him, though.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
Yep, this one's for you, Jacob.
That was kind of perfect.
So,
you know what? That was really important. We needed to do that. Thank you.
Yeah, that was worth whatever I was going to do at the beginning not happening.
Well, should we just get right to it then?
Yep, let's do it.
I believe we have some
Mad Scientist Party Hour. Breaking news with Shuddy Boy.
You know it's important
Saturday,
when it gets that.
November 20th, 2021. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. MSPH Wrestling X or 10. Dom just said this is the name. He didn't say if I should refer to it as X or the Roman numeral. So that's up for in the air. We'll be on Dom's Twitch channel, www.twitch.tv/DomV311. We've got some new signees to the roster to announce, starting with the $11 trillion man.
Oh, yeah.
Paige Van Zant.
Wait, what?
Paige Van Zant. I was hoping that one of you guys would know who that is.
Paige Van Zandt. Isn't
She's like a UFC
hot
fighter?
MMA chick? Well, I'll Google her. I think I know who that is. Yeah, she's an MMA fighter, and she's
Bill Jackson Jr., our Photoshop guru.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he deserves.
And the two, I think, premier signees in this class. No offense to any of the others. But we've got Crappin' Catherine, a.k.a. Pooping Kathy.
Whoa. Pooping Kathy, if you still listen, we haven't heard from you in a while. I would love for you to call in and poop on the phone for us.
Or just join us for the MSPH Zoom call. Or MSPH Wrestling X Zoom call.
Oh, shit, oh, sauce.
Wait a minute. Kwame's hot sauce made the goddamn roster?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Is it just going to be a bottle?
I'll send you guys the...
Wow.
ohshito.com. Promo code Poominati at checkout.
OHSHITO.com.
Holy shit. Kwame's going to be pumped on this. I'll have to get him on the Zoom call, too.
And then we have, starting the match announcements, there's an 8-man ladder match. Winner becomes the number 1 contender for the MSPH Hardcore TV Championship. We've got Blaine Voorhees versus Throbby the Law Lawler versus Jean-Pierre Frenchie versus JJ from BA versus Butt Package versus Gorilla Jaw versus O-Pete versus Boognish.
Jesus Christ.
Then we have a fatal 4-way table elimination match for the women's Money in the Bank briefcase with Allie Muffin taking on Paige Van Zant, Jen T, and Red Rage.
Little mama.
Then our first title defense of the evening, we've got Rent defending her belt against Curvy Beer Girl, and Pooping Kathy.
Oh my goodness. Great. Now I have to explain to Rent Rat who Pooping Kathy is. That'll be fun.
And then we have a fatal 4-way match for the MSPH World Heavyweight Championship featuring the late, great Bat Dad cashing in his Money in the Bank, Dookie Boy the Cocksucker, Pat Dog
Dragon.
Collar, and Spat the Snow Bastard.
It's been a long time coming for me, fellas.
There will be an all-new arena with arena artwork designed by Bill Jackson Jr.
Dookie
And
Boy
more
the
matches will
Cocksucker.
be revealed in the weeks leading up to the event.
Cool.
I can't
That's
wait.
exciting. I mean, hopefully Kwame can get on the Zoom because I'll be at my cousin's wedding, so I won't be able to be there.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
What a selfish cousin you have. Jesus.
I say it should be on at the reception on a big screen and everybody can watch.
You guys have a TV here? I gotta throw on Twitch.
Yeah.
I'm competing.
Guys, you don't understand. My girlfriend is fighting Pooping Kathy and Curvy Beer Girl. And Oh Shitto Sauce is going to be in it. Did I mention Dookie Boy the Cocksucker?
Is Rant
Dookie
Rant
Boy
gonna
the
be
cocksucker.
at the wedding, or do we gotta send her the Zoom invite?
Yeah, she's gonna be there
She gonna
without you.
represent the team.
Yeah, she might have to be in my place.
All right,
She
cool.
might have to be. She has to be your proxy.
Yep. Yeah, she'll be pumped about that. Well, that's exciting. Shout out to Dom. Always does
Look
a
how
great
excited
job.
Little Mama is.
You can tell little Mama's pumped for it.
Yeah, she looks really
Mama,
excited.
You get to fight Blorb again. I think this is like the third time you're fighting Blorb.
Watch out for those little mama farts. She'll
Oh,
aim right for
man.
your mouth, Blorb.
I pulled. She's been farting like crazy lately, but I pulled off a rare feat and I farted her ass out of my bed. It was great. So I was lying on my stomach, and she wanted to get in between like my legs and nestle up there, but I was on my stomach, so my ass was up, and I farted so loud, so viciously, so stinky that she just walked out of the room. And that very rarely happens. Like she's a dog. You can just fart right on her. Nothing matters. But this one slightly fucked up her afternoon, and she bolted for a few hours. I was proud. He's playing farts. I can hardly hear it.
He looks very proud of himself, whatever he's doing, because I can't hear it. Right now, it's for an audience of one. Hopefully, the
I think he has like a fart track on loop right now.
An audience of one plus the entire Poominati, but by all means, you two chuckleheads keep going over it.
Oh, he's
No,
saying,
I mean,
though, we can't
I-
sell your joke and laugh at the drop because neither one of us could hear it. So
yeah, I
right
meant
now,
that
at the
right
moment,
this very second, it's for an audience of one.
Yeah.
Jeez, Kevin.
Someone's sensitive, right, Shuddy?
Yeah.
Please.
You make one joke in the Easter egg about fucking his mom, and he just is real mean to me. The rest going to be real mean to me the rest of the day.
Oh,
It's her
God,
birthday,
here.
Shuddy. Let's just say sleeping with his mom.
Oh, pardon me.
Yeah, making whoopee, Shuddy.
Laying some pipe.
Or shall I join you in your perpetual pearl clutching? Well, I played a really sweet fart drop. Yes, you guys will have to go back and listen. Yeah, I don't know why Zoom doesn't like conveying all of the iPad audio. Like I know when I edit the videos together to put the episodes up on YouTube, the theme song doesn't really show up over Zoom.
Shuddy, are you grinding up like all of your weed in advance?
Well, yes, I am. Because I'm for the Patreon, I may or may not, according to the state of Pennsylvania, illegally use marijuana.
Well, don't you have a medical license?
Yes, but it can only be vaped legally.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So the volcano is legal. Burning it is illegal.
So you're going to hop on the good foot and do the bad thing. I love it. Tune into our Patreon. And if you aren't subscribed, why don't you give us a look? Don't we have close to 900 posts in like the 3 years we've been doing Patreon? And I want to say at least like 750 or 800 is like legit content. We don't just put out like random, like, I don't know, announcements or posts that don't have some sort of like entertainment attempt at it. So
they're few and far between. Sometimes there's maybe like 10 at most over the last 3.5 years where
I'll put out a random poll.
Yeah. Or
put the link for MSPH Wrestling or something like that.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy. Sorry, Kevin. I stepped all over you.
Oh, I almost accidentally started playing the $11 trillion man's slam poetry.
But while we're speaking about Patreon, I do a little show over there that's been on a bit of a hiatus.
I mean, you just took a season off. Or
yeah.
You're in between seasons.
Shuddy, when we take a break for a Patreon show, it's called a hiatus.
Oh, okay. I took a hiatus from doing the Soda Jerk. And thanks to our friends over at Pepsi and more precisely the Mountain Dew division, I did see a new Mountain Dew flavor that I had to assess for the Poominati. Typically, if I am lucky enough to find a new flavor of Mountain Dew in the wild, I will buy a 12-pack of it. However, this one I refused to.
You sent a photo of it to us in the group chat, and I find no fault in your judgment, Shuddy. You made the right call.
Because for some reason, for the holiday season, Mountain Dew has decided to do a gingerbread Mountain Dew. So it's called Ginger Snapped.
And why is it cloudy white? They couldn't dye the liquid a better color?
What would you want it to be?
Yeah, you want it
gingerbread
like
brown?
It's like poopy. It's like poop water
They
brown.
did this.
Yeah, you're right. Let's just go with white.
They have Arctic Frost, which is one of their flavors that's this color. The Voodoo for Halloween was this color.
That's weird too. I feel like it should have been black.
But I'm not a fan of gingerbread flavoring.
I'm kind of with you.
Gingerbread at all, and Dew with a blast of artificial gingerbread flavor just does not. It doesn't sound appealing enough to me that I would have wanted to commit to a 12-pack.
Jeff, you like gingerbread?
I think I do. How different is gingerbread than like Snickerdoodle? I think they're pretty much similar.
No, they're
tastes.
very different. Snickerdoodle is cinnamon sugar.
Gingerbread's not close to cinnamon sugar?
No, you're thinking like graham cracker, cinnamon graham cracker at best.
Fair enough.
Gingerbread tastes like if you chewed on Willy Wonka's underwear.
Okay.
Like, sure, it's sweet.
Set me back.
But it's fucking funky.
I feel like they've had gingerbread Oreos, or I've had gingerbread cookies before that have been pretty good. I didn't like grow up making gingerbread houses or having gingerbread that often.
One time we made a gingerbread house and I tasted it and I hated it and have never eaten gingerbread since.
For some reason, I have somewhat of hope for you and this gingerbread Mountain Dew, because I know you're.
You can smell the ginger in it. The Mountain Dew, the smell of the Mountain Dew with the ginger almost makes it smell like Pledge, like the furniture polish.
Ooh. I love that you're drinking it out of a wine glass. Like that somehow classes it up.
It's a soda jerk glass.
All right, going
Kevin,
in for a second sip.
Class.
It's not as bad as I expected it to be. However, it is a bottom tier Mountain Dew.
Off the top of your head, how many Mountain Dews are in the power ranking? How many flavors?
Do you want it off the top of my head, or do you want the actual answer?
The actual answer.
You have
a soda jerk.
You have a Mountain Dew spreadsheet?
Sure hope so. I have a queef or no queef spreadsheet that I'm working on.
Soda jerk scores from season 1. So I have my baselines at Baja Blast at a 95, Mountain Dew Throwback at a 93, regular Mountain Dew at a 91, along with Major Melon, Code Red at a 90. The Baja Flash and the Baja Punch came in at a 92 and a 91.
So many Bajas.
Passion Fruit Frenzy, which is a New Zealand Mountain Dew, was a 77. That's the lowest prior to this, which I would put this at a 73.
See, I would expect Passion Fruit Frenzy to be well done. Were you disappointed by that one, or did you not have high hopes for it?
No, I was disappointed by that one. That was one of the first ones I did on the Soda Jerk, though. So I might have to revisit that.
I do like that Mountain Dew consistently puts out new flavors.
Like, it's not overwhelming. Like, it tastes like gingerbread. Abso-fucking-lutely. Like, it tastes like it's a dessert Mountain Dew for sure. This isn't a Mountain Dew you drink with a savory meal. This is, this is like your nightcap at the end of the night kind of Mountain Dew.
It's like Mountain Dew port.
Exactly. Exactly.
I know what's going to be served after the anniversary dinner at Casa de Shuddy.
I would put this at a 75, right? That's what I said? Is that what I said? What did I say?
I thought you said 73. 75 for passion fruit and then 73.
73. Sorry. Passion fruit is 77. The only sodas that have scored lower than this are Solo Banana, which is a foreign soda as well, and then Dr. Enough, which was a soda I got at Cracker Barrel.
Is that like a dollar bin Dr. Pepper?
No, it's actually made by the company who made Mountain Dew first.
Oh, weird.
Dr. Enough was bottled by the Tri-City Beverage Company in Johnson City, which also
Johnson
bottled Mountain Dew first. But it was supposed to be, it was a lemon lime soda, but it was not as sweet as Sprite or 7-Up. Like, it was tasted like dirty gym socks.
Hey. I'm surprised that the Mountain Dew you're currently drinking doesn't taste like dirty gym socks.
It actually doesn't.
Gingerbread is fucking the flavor of Monster Grundle.
Yep. Well, while we're doing that, I also have the gingerbread Oreos.
Oh my god.
Which, as I said in our group chat, if there's any way that I'm going to actually enjoy gingerbread, and somebody got to them before me.
Oh, no.
There's a whole, so they can't be that bad.
There's a whole sleeve gone, essentially.
Yeah. So.
What's the cream? Is it your standard Oreo cream, or is
it's a gingerbread flavored cookie, and the cream with crunchy sugar crystals.
There we go.
I'm curious about the cream.
Well, for the red velvet Oreos, they have like a cream cheese frosting.
I don't know if you can see because of the sun.
I can.
Yeah, it looks like there's some flecks in there.
They're red.
Oh.
They're not coming up so maybe it's a peppermint candy.
Yeah.
Which I would assume based on, now that we're out of spooky season.
Not a horrific pairing, I would imagine.
What do you call this, Christmas season or holiday season, Kevin?
I call it Shuddy season.
It's holiday season until Thanksgiving, then it's Christmas season. But
Fair enough.
I still have my Halloween lights up. Those come down. I'm going to Houston this weekend for Skankfest. Jason Ellis Show is doing a show at Skankfest, 2 nights of Ellis Mania fights, and then Sunday night we're doing a live podcast with stand-up, and I might be doing some Cool Beans songs. We're still trying to figure out the logistics, but at a bar called High and Dry. So when I get back from Houston, the Halloween lights are all coming down and all the Halloween decorations, and then the Christmas stuff immediately goes up.
Dude, that's exciting. Are you looking forward to hanging out in Houston?
Kind of.
I mean, there's not going to be a lot of like Houston nightlife or Houston like social scene stuff you're going to be doing, right? It's mostly work and
No, I'm just when I'm not doing
Skankfest stuff.
Ellis Mania or Skankfest stuff. I'm back in my hotel room, writing and playing Zelda, jerking off, playing Zelda.
Is Rent going with you?
No, you're jerking off while you're playing Zelda.
I can't. You need both hands. It's 2 Joy-Cons, Shuddy. You idiot.
These Oreos are really good.
Really?
I had hope for the gingerbread Oreos, man. I didn't know what you were talking about because you said you don't have a lot of hope for the items when you send a picture of them. I couldn't see it, but I was like, wait, does that really say gingerbread Mountain Dew? And it made sense why you didn't have any hopes, high hopes for that. But I thought the gingerbread Oreos are going to be delicious. I got to find those.
So for somebody that doesn't enjoy gingerbread, Shuddy, I'm very surprised that, I mean, it got your lowest grade ever, but still relatively high. A 73 is a decent score. And you enjoy the gingerbread Oreos.
The Oreos taste less like gingerbread than the Mountain Dew does.
Interesting. Oh, Shuddy. You should dunk one of the Oreos in the Mountain Dew.
Wow.
There's a hint of gingerbread flavor, like aftertaste in the cookies, but I would say that they're more cinnamon, and that's probably the candy that's in the cream.
The red specks.
So they're really good.
Oh, the Oreo is in the wine goblet. It's soaking.
I have never, ever dunked an Oreo in soda before.
Well, it makes sense that it's Mountain Dew. Shuddy's getting a real good soak in.
Which, by the way...
I can see it just eating right through the Oreo.
Okay. The soggy Mountain Dew soaked gingerbread Oreo is currently being chewed.
It's being consumed by Shuddy as we speak, and he did it so like naturally and nonchalantly that it's like maybe he does this with more Oreos.
I mean, he is the soda jerk. I mean, look at that. Mountain Dew beanie goes right on.
Does anything improve by dipping the gingerbread Oreos in the gingerbread Mountain Dew?
The Oreos masked the Mountain Dew. I didn't really taste it.
Right.
But it's probably cold and soggy, right? How would you rate that experience?
They do mix well together in the mouth, however. Like I said, this is a dessert Mountain Dew, so it does pair well with the gingerbread Oreos.
Oh, that's awesome.
With your gingerbread Oreos, may I suggest a pairing of ginger snapped Mountain Dew?
Yeah, you're like a Mountain Dew sommelier.
Is there any gingerbread ice cream? And maybe you can make like a gingerbread Oreo milkshake.
Oh, man. A float?
A gingerbread ice cream Mountain Dew float. Holy shit. Holy shit.
I think Jeff just finished.
Yeah, podcast is over for me, guys. I'm gonna start smoking cigarettes.
Little mama, go get me some clean shorts.
It's laundry day. I gotta work on the shorts right after this.
I'm curious how your guys' Halloween went. We are currently recording this on November 1st. I didn't do anything. I actually went for a fucking hike. The opposite of what you're supposed to do.
I spent the last week last minute decorating the outside for Halloween.
You went with a hike?
Just vomited
on a
in your
hike
mouth.
with
Yeah, we went to the Culver City Stairs.
Decent hike.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
and
then-
some beautiful people up there.
No, it was cleared out. There was like nobody at the stairs. Oh.
You think those people were enjoying your holiday? 'Cause
Yeah.
Halloween is your shit.
Yeah, I mean,
Does-
there were no real house parties going on. Nobody I knew was really doing anything, and I was just like, all right, fuck it. I guess it's a Halloween, just hanging out, eating candy, watching movies, and then snuck a hike in somehow.
We're such fucking losers. At least you have a girlfriend. I saw a whole bunch of Halloween parties on Instagram. I was like, wow, I wasn't invited to any one of these. Granted, most of them were from like friends in upstate New York and like
Or
different
Julia
parts
Rose.
of the country. Yeah, the Julia Rose and Paul brothers Halloween party, which, I mean, we follow each other on Twitter. I don't know why she didn't invite me, but
She follows you?
yeah, dude. She still follows me. I check it every like once every couple months just to see like what, like I would expect her to stop following me. And I'm like one of like 180 people she follows. I do not get it. It makes no sense to me.
You know
And
what?
she's
I wonder
active.
if she even checks it, because I feel like when you're at that level, you're paying somebody to be your social media manager. Probably.
But how often, like if you're paying someone, don't you think they scrub your followers or followers or the people you're following pretty often?
I would
Like, it's
imagine
only 180 people. Like I fucking prune my following tree once every couple months, and I have way less followers than she does.
I would imagine that she has a burner account that she uses like personally, like just chooses all the people she's
They're
actually
not called
interested in.
burner accounts. They're called Finstas.
Isn't that only if it's on Instagram?
Well, yeah, that's what we're talking about.
No, we're talking
No,
about Twitter.
She follows me on Twitter.
Oh, my mistake. I apologize. I thought we were talking about Instagram. So a fitter.
Fitter.
It's a good piece of slang though. I'm going to use that.
I mean, she probably has that, her one that has like millions of followers set up for business or whatever, and somebody, tweets topless pictures of her 2 times a day. And then she has her own account that she just uses to follow people she gives a shit about. That would be my
I know
guess.
you're just trying to knock me down a peg. I don't have a lot of wins, especially with the female sex, but yeah, good for you, Kevin. Thanks for being a great friend.
Jeff, I think
Yeah.
she probably values what you do on Twitter.
I can't.
She probably
explain it.
logs in just to see what Twitter diarrhea you have today.
Yeah, she probably has an
Can't
alert.
Can't it just be one of those things, Kevin, that doesn't make sense to anyone, but somehow she just follows me? I mean, you have to come up with this crazy fucking scenario where she has a couple other Twitter accounts and whatever, the main one that she's got millions of followers on.
Look,
she
I
just
wouldn't be
follows me
surprised if
because
that's the
whatever.
case with some of the people that follow me.
Speaking of, has Be Real
we go.
followed you back yet?
No, I'm not cool enough.
It's just a matter of time
What's the
before we
suck
talked
doing?
about Kevin's Instagram and his
Yep.
social media presence.
Sure, he brought out his social media dick to beat us with it and just remind us that this is his world and we're just living in it.
Yeah, God forbid I brag about one thing. Kevin's got fucking sweet girlfriend doing cool things on the weekends. Just
My bad. I thought
All
the
these
conversation was
hobbies.
trying to figure out why she hasn't unfollowed you, which you started.
Shuddy's got property. Look at all these amazing collectibles he's got behind him. Awesome career. I brag about one fucking hot girl following me, and Kevin's just got to railroad me. I hate this fucking podcast. I don't even value our
I learned
friendship, Kevin.
actually a new term this weekend of what Kevin is actually doing to you.
I had his penis in my mouth earlier today.
He's
Yeah.
gaslighting you, Jeff.
He is. Yes, I learned that a couple weeks ago or a couple months ago. You
What's
son of
the
a
suck
bitch,
doing?
Kevin. I hate being
What's the suck
gaslit,
doing?
and that's what you're doing right now. You're gaslighting
Butt
the
cheek
fuck out
fuck
of me.
me. If I have to, I would suck the shit out of that dick.
All right, let's get this over with. Let's do some reviews or something. You really
I
chat
feel like
my
we were
ass,
talking
Kevin.
about something before we went off on this tangent, though.
Oh, you mean when Jeff started asking the room why Julia Rose still follows him and I answered his question?
Were we talking about Houston or something?
No.
We got done with the Skankfest plug.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
Oh, Halloween. So
You
Yes.
eating soggy cookies?
no, it was Halloween. You went hiking. Shuddy was doing
Shuddy
last minute
decorated.
Halloween stuff.
Yeah, I ended up getting. I got some inflatables in the front yard, Halloween themed. A Slimer and a Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man.
Nice.
I'll have
Yeah.
to post pictures of them later. Yeah, yesterday, I just watched football and handed out candy to trick-or-treaters that ended up hosing us.
I want to hear more about that
Hosing.
in a second. My Sunday, my Halloween was pretty basic. I did what Shuddy did, sans handing candy out to trick-or-treaters because we didn't have any trick-or-treaters. But watch football all day. Bitch-ass Paul came through. We ordered some pizza. Then we watched scary movies at the end of the night. Watch Halloween 2. What was the first one that we saw? I can't remember. But I was in like a candy, marijuana, beer coma by the time we got through football and hang out all day. It was nice. My brothers take Halloween very seriously. They had Halloween movies playing every single night. And now that we're past that, there's going to be a lot less of horror movie watching, at least the next couple months. But I guess my Halloween overall was pretty basic. Nothing exciting to brag about. Shuddy, you said you had some issues with trick-or-treaters, or they just they got you for all your candy. What happened?
So, trick-or-treating here in Quakertown was from 5 to 8 p.m. last night. And got a lot of trick-or-treaters between 5 and 6 o'clock, then nothing almost between 6 and 8 p.m. So we
do
still
you guys
have
like a community next door app or something that you use like an online message board, like where you posted the rules of trick-or-treating? Like, why are you saying 5 to 8?
because that is something that the borough
Gotcha. Okay.
says is the time frame. So literally at 8 o'clock, this group of little kids was the last group to come, and we still had half a bucket of candy. And the little girl, very sweetly, there were like 4 of them, very sweetly said, "How much can we take?" And I said, "You guys are the last group of kids. Take a handful." And she dove in and was scooping it out, just both hands until it was all gone.
One little girl cleaned out the rest of it.
And the only thing the parents said to her was, "Your siblings didn't get any. Stop taking it." And then they proceeded to take handfuls too. I was just stood there completely flabbergasted. I walked in, put the bowl down, and Sharon's like, "You gave away all of the candy?" I go, not intentionally. We just got fucking robbed for it. Like,
7-year-old D-boat our candy.
Yeah, just how much can I have? Oh, a bunch? I'm gonna take it all.
Well, you did say that they're the last group of kids. So
That's why I said it was kind of I was a little bit too ambiguous with the instruction, but like
you should have been
just started happening, and I just stood there like my jaw just dropped.
Yeah, you should have been like, "Well, you guys are the last group of kids, but I do have a gigantic volcano bag, and I'm going to need to eat some of this shit later, so take a little bit."
Yeah, it's gonna lessen my high.
So wait, how old was this girl?
I mean, there was not a child in the group that was over the age of 10.
Oh, so you could have easily beat her ass.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, yeah, if I was going to do that, yeah. I could
Now,
have.
next year, they know that's the house that the bearded cuck lives in. Let's go steal all of his candy.
Just go at the end of the night, and they'll let you steal out from under him.
Hey, can I have one of your lawn chairs instead? Actually, see how far they can get away with your.
Oh,
your
look, he's got
charity.
He-Man toys. Get him!
Oh man.
Well, I have never had to deal with trick-or-treaters.
I love it. It's so great.
I wouldn't mind
I've
it.
had-
I just always live in apartments. Nobody comes to apartment complexes to trick or treat.
When in reality they should. I grew up in like a spacious, like huge apartment complex called like Northway 11 Communities. There was a bunch of like, what is it? Like 4 townhouse like installations in one building, but there were like, it was a huge place, right?
I grew up in the Marcy projects.
So it was a great place to go trick or treating, and I don't understand why kids don't hit apartment complexes more often. I guess most people in those apartment complexes wouldn't be carrying candy, but I don't know. It feels like it'd be a gold mine for kids, and if I was a kid, that's how I'd be thinking. Not anymore though. Maybe I feel like these parents just, I don't know, like aren't down for taking their kids trick or treating anymore.
Shuddy's got like a big scary gorilla mask on?
Chimpanzee, maybe. This was what I sat out on the front porch wearing last night, handing out candy to kids.
Man, I wish I've had like one trick or treater in like the 10 years I've lived out here. I wish that I had some. The first few years, I would make sure it's stacked. Actually, I'm always making sure I'm stacked up on candy because I don't want to not have anything for these kids.
Oh, shit. Nobody ever comes here. Here, take a Chiba Chew.
For real. There's one time when I was trick or treating, we hit this guy's house and he wasn't prepared. He just like rolled up to the door in his underwear, like fucked up, and just like hands us some cash.
Oh, nice.
Like, all right. Yeah.
Here you go.
Just
don't egg me. Here.
Yeah, pretty much.
Going back to sleep.
He just paid us a fucking toll. A non-egging toll.
So I didn't go see any movies this weekend. And that's just because I saw on Twitter that Edgar Wright was doing a showing of Last Night in Soho at the New Beverly, which is Quentin Tarantino's theater in Hollywood. And right when I saw that, I clicked the link, went on, and bought tickets. So I was like, fuck it, if I'm going to go see it already this weekend, I might as well go see it a couple days early and get an intro from Edgar Wright in person. So it's a 2-hour movie, and it started at 11 p.m. So I got there a little bit early because I knew that, the New Beverly is a retro-style theater. It has one screen, old-school seats. You don't get to pick your seat like you do at most theaters. It's not assigned seating. It's first come, first serve. And I was like, all right, well, this is going to be a big event for movie dorks. It sold out pretty quick. But there's not really a bad seat there. But when I got in, it was maybe 25 minutes before the movie started, and they have one concession stand at the New Beverly. And the line went past the lobby and down the aisles into the theater. So I was like, oh shit, all right. I'm just going to go up and wait in line for, popcorn and drinks and stuff now. And as it's getting closer to the actual, like leaving the actual theater and going into the lobby where the concession stand is, they had all these reserved seats that were taped off and had signs that said reserved. And I see a group of 4 people heading towards one of them. And it was that kid from Stranger Things.
Finn Wolfhard?
Yeah, the one that's also going to be in the new Ghostbusters.
Mm-hmm.
He's like 6'4" right now, that kid?
He's gigantic. Yeah. He had to duck when he walked into the theater so he didn't bonk his head on the ceiling. So he's with like...
getting recruited by the UCLA basketball program?
Yeah, he comes in with like 3 of his friends and sits down, and I as like the part of the line I was in was I was damn near right next to him, and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool that somebody of that stature, Stranger Things is a phenomenon, very very popular show, has been for a few years. I'm like, that's cool that in L.A. you can be that recognizable of a person and just come to a sold out packed screening of a movie and not get harassed and bothered by people. And no sooner does that thought enter my head that some girl swoops in behind him, squats down next to his chair because he had the aisle seat, and is like, oh my God, I love you. Can I take a picture with you? And she was already squatting next to him, and he's like, sure. So they take a picture, and she keeps talking to him. I'm like, oh, man, this poor guy. She finally gets up, walks away, and the guy behind me in line is like, hey, can I get a selfie with you too? And he was like, you know what? I got to kind of just cut this off right here, or this is just going to turn into a giant thing, and there's going to be people crowding, around here in the aisles, and it's not going to turn out well. And the guy was like, okay, I get it.
Aw, poor dude. Wait, was the girl cute though?
I like that Kevin made up this person behind him when it was really him that this happened to.
Yeah.
This imaginary person in line behind Kevin, not named Kevin Kraft.
What's that kid's name again? Finn Wolfhard?
Yeah. It's such a badass name.
It is.
Finn Wolfhard.
I wonder if it's a stage name.
I don't know.
Who knows?
It could be.
Was the girl who got the picture, was she cute?
Wolfhard, not Hart. Even better.
Oh.
Whatever.
He's Canadian.
Very hard.
No,
He's a Canadian actor, musician, screenwriter, and director,
He's Finn
according
Wolf.
to
Very hard.
IMDb.
I don't even really have one job. This motherfucker's got like 6.
But that is his legal name.
Well,
Sweet.
his parents
Lucked out.
knew. Just foisting him right in the entertainment business. Well, that's smart of him for not wanting to ruin, I guess, the experience for the people sitting behind him. Did you already reviewed Last Man in Soho? What's the movie called again?
Last Night in Soho.
Last Night in Soho. You already reviewed it?
No.
He hasn't gotten that far yet. He still
That's what
hasn't
I'm
gotten
saying.
his
I'm
popcorn.
confused. Well, he started off the whole conversation with, I didn't see anything in the theaters this weekend. I mean, technically, it was Thursday, but you did see something since we
I
last
did.
podcast.
Yeah.
All right. So that's what kind of threw me off.
Yeah,
Like, wait,
no, his
did you
explanation
review
was...
it last week? All right. Anyways, go ahead.
But the New Beverly's kind of cool. I've only gone and seen a couple movies there, but it's got a very retro vibe. And when they do special stuff like this, Edgar came out with I gotta Google her name. It's like Christy Cairns, but she goes by a hyphenated middle name or last name or something. But she came out with them too to intro the movie.
I think I saw Alien at the New Beverly like 6 years ago or 7 years ago at like some some anniversary special. It was a pretty cool movie theater.
Yeah, so like I said, it's Tarantino's theater. He owns it, and they only screen film. There's no digital showings there. So this was the first ever showing of Last Night in Soho in 35 millimeter. They always curate the trailers and stuff that shows before the movie to fit whatever you're going to see. So like the times I've gone, I don't even remember what the trailers were, but they were really, really grainy, old-looking trailers that were actually kind of goofy with how dated they were. So her name is, now that I finally looked it up, Christy Wilson Cairns. She also wrote 1917. So her and Edgar wrote this together. They introed it, and then they showed this really weird short, almost like a PSA from the 60s of London meter wardens. So it was like the meter maids just going around giving people tickets, and like a British narrator's like, "Hey, now, she's arguing with a difficult motorist. He does not want that citation." And then they follow this meter maid back home, and her husband's cooking for her. It was really weird, but it was, kind of funny. But I think the reason they picked that was because it shows a whole bunch of the Soho area. And then Edgar Wright picked the trailers that showed before it, and there were some old school actresses. The woman that just died who played Lady Tyrell in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
This was her final movie. So they showed a trailer for the Bond movie she was in, which was hysterically campy and corny and bad, like the OG 60s one. Terrence Stamp was in it, so they showed a trailer for one of his old movies. And I think by the time they actually started showing the movie, it had to have been close to midnight. And I went with Rent, and it was a work night for her, and she was kind of stirring in her seat like, oh, can they just show the movie. I don't really care about any of this goofy retro shit. But the movie was good. It was Last Night in Soho. That's not what I was expecting from an Edgar Wright flick. Because while it did have, its funny moments, it was definitely his most serious movie. It's almost like a horror thriller about a girl who goes to Soho to attend fashion school, and they set up early in the movie that her mom died, and she can kind of see her mom sometimes in the reflection of her mirror. She's got, I guess, an eye for specters. Got a spooky eye, if you will. But then when she goes and stays in Soho, she starts at night living like an alternate life. Like she almost goes back in time into the shoes of Anya Taylor-Joy's character, and it sort of sets up a bit of a murder mystery. But it was cool. It was really well made, well acted. The shots were really cool. Edgar Wright has a very particular style in all of his movies, so it was very stylized, and I enjoyed the shit out of it. It was a good flick.
I had no idea. I figured the Soho was in Manhattan. Once you said it was in London, or I just looked up and confirmed it was in London, that threw me off. Had I been sitting in the movie, I'm like, whoa, wait a second. I don't give a fuck about this Soho.
Oh, I didn't sign up for this one.
The English Soho, fuck that.
Which I guess came first. It did have dibs.
That makes sense, right? I mean,
yep.
They were there, like, I don't know, like a whole 1,000 years ahead of New York City.
Yeah, they had a little bit of a head start than America.
Yeah. Well, what would you? How many Last Night in Soho dicks would you suck?
I'll suck 4 dicks. It was good.
I know this doesn't matter to the review, and it shouldn't affect anyone, and I'm sure it won't. But $6.5 million box office and a $43 million budget. Like, how?
That's how much it made?
Yeah. How tough is it, do you think, it's going to be to like turn a profit for like major movies or big budget movies that like aren't superhero movies? Because I feel like this would have done all right. I mean, what's her face? The girl from Queen's Gambit was in it. That's got a little momentum. Edgar Wright is a good director that I think has like a niche audience or a loyal audience. Came out at a reasonable time. Looked like, I thought the trailer looked good, but $6.5 million. I mean, fuck. This movie took a shit for the most part, right?
For a second I thought you said $65 million. I was like, oh, that's a big opening weekend.
Yeah.
Horror movies don't typically do well no matter who they're directed by.
But horror movies, don't they have like smaller budgets usually, and they almost always operate in the red or in the black?
Depending on the movie.
For sure. And I know I'm kind of just talking shit at this point. It's not like I'm an expert in any of this. I just saw that when I was pulled up the Last Night in Soho Wikipedia. I was like, fuck, dude. 43 million budget,
Yeah.
6.5 million gross or box office. Someone's angry. That's for sure. Someone's not happy.
It does seem weird. It seems like it's sort of a crapshoot.
I show the weekend total for Last Night in Soho as 4.1 million.
Yikes. Maybe that's a domestic.
On box, yeah, that is the domestic.
Yikes.
Did London even hold it down? I mean, it takes place in their fucking city. How many of the English, I almost called them England, or some of the English went and saw this movie? Whatever.
It's weird. It's you never know, because I honestly could not have predicted Dune doing as well as it did. I mean, Dune is pretty hardcore for sci-fi dorks. I know it had a pretty stacked cast.
Nothing really did well this weekend.
Yeah, I guess people are just going to parties and not the movies.
Like, Dune was down 62.1% from where it was opening weekend.
Oh, dang.
So
dang.
They only did 15.5 domestically. So the weekend before they did over 30 million. That's a dramatic drop.
Yeah, this could have just been shitty timing. Because, I mean, Dune made a fucking boatload of cash, and it was also streaming on HBO Max. And I feel like a lot of people have HBO Max, and people still went to the theater and watched it. I honestly, like, if I didn't know any better and somebody had told me that Dune had flopped, I'd been like, I mean, I can't necessarily say I'm surprised. There are people that still don't want to go out in public with the pandemic going on and shit, and it's already streaming on HBO Max, so you could watch it at home for free, or you could go and pay to see it in a crowd. But the showings were sold out all over the place in LA for Dune, so it seems like it's a fucking crapshoot right now. It's got to be really tricky to predict what's going to do well at the box office and what's going to flop.
On one hand, like the pandemic and the quarantine stuff just made me like super lazy, like even more lazy than I was ever before it. And that's been hard to come out of. But on the other hand, I actually have been to the theaters a lot recently. So I don't know. Like, I don't fully get it. I just thought it was an interesting thing that I saw when I was looking at the Wikipedia page.
I mean, I got my tickets.
Foreign Dune has made $227 million.
Whoa.
So they almost broke even.
And they've made $69 million domestically.
Oh. Wow. Sorry. They're caking outside of America.
Yeah.
Listen, F9 is number 3 for the year worldwide. Did 170. That can't be right. What the 173 million domestically, 548 million foreign, for a worldwide total of $721 million.
Wow.
I got into a little back and forth with a sports journalist about Dune. This guy like tweeted out like, "What's up with Zendaya? Why wasn't she in the movie more?" I'm just like, then I like replied like, "Dude, it's a world building movie. Like, it's clear she's gonna be in the sequels." Like, I feel like that was a consistent take that I saw like on the internet or just from moviegoers. Like, oh man, I was expecting more Zendaya, and like they were kind of butthurt they didn't get more Zendaya. It's like, what? I mean, Jesus, fucking pussies. Sorry. I don't have much to add to the review stuff. I did watch Quiet Place 2 though this weekend, and I thought it was better than the first one. I thought the first one kind of kicked ass. So
I didn't like the first one. So
oh man, okay. Quiet Place, and you still haven't seen Quiet Place 2, or you did?
No, I haven't.
It's good. I liked it a lot actually. Yeah, it just kind of picks up where the story left off for the most part. So I don't want to ruin the first story for anyone who hasn't watched it yet, you know, by starting off with how the second story began.
After them being too stupid to take the noise-making toy completely away from the kid at the beginning of the first movie, they didn't deserve to be parents, and they deserved everything that happened to them.
So there had in Quiet Place 2, they go back. It's like a flashback to how the whole thing started. Right?
I thought that scene was fucking awesome.
Oh,
that was sick.
It was so great. It was even better done than like Bird Box. Like that's what I loved about Bird Box is like when the shit goes down, like the realness and how they shot it was so well done. And Quiet Place 2 kind of hit on that same note. I was very impressed. And like, so I also, you know, there's going to be a third one. I think it's only a trilogy. Maybe you know more about that, Kevin. I don't know if there's supposed to be 4 or 3.
I have no idea how many they're planning to make, but when you watch Quiet Place 2, it's clear that this is a central movie and the story's not finished.
Yeah, because number 3, it sets up like there could be a lot of offense being played by the humans in Quiet Place 3, and I'm looking forward to seeing that, seeing us get back our fucking land, bring Bill Pullman out there and talk about our Independence Day. You know, let's play some offense. We've been backpedaling the whole time, but no, what's his face? Cillian Murphy, the dude who's always in the old cool. So what am I? Christopher Nolan movies. I think that guy kicked ass.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Emily Blunt is awesome.
Yeah,
she's awesome and everything. I just want to see more of her boobs, but it's obviously me being selfish. I don't know. I thought the movie kicked ass. I don't want to get too spoilerly, even though this has been out for a while, but I highly recommend it. I'd give it, man, I give it a 4.5. I really liked it a lot.
No shit.
And,
That's a
I'm
high
looking
score.
forward to the third one. I liked it so much. I'm like very disappointed I didn't see it in the theaters because I had my opportunity. I remember my brothers going and like, you sure you don't want to come? And I stayed back to watch. I don't know, Cincinnati Reds baseball or something fucking ridiculous. Something that probably wasn't nearly as cool, and I actually ended up losing money on most likely.
I'm gonna watch this old Globetrotters game I have on VHS.
I actually have a lot of money on the Milwaukee Brewers, so I'm going to stay back and watch that game.
Shuddy, what did you watch?
We did our annual spooky season viewing of Green Room.
Oh, that makes sense that's a Casa de Shuddy Halloween rotation.
Yep,
Horror mixed with punk rock.
Yep. Perfect.
Oh, I like this part. Oi, oi, oi.
And until I don't think it never registered with me until this viewing that it's an A24 movie.
Most pretentious fucking movie.
Which normally, yeah. And I watched it under a different lens this time, and I'm like, if I didn't love this movie so much, I would definitely be thinking this is very fart sniffy, sniffing your own farts.
Oh yeah. Those guys put their heads in between their legs and fart right in their fucking face.
But it's it's a damn near perfect thriller movie for me. That's a 4.5 dicker for sure. We also dusted one off and watched Drag Me to Hell.
Ooh.
Oh man, I think that's a 5 dicker for me.
See,
it's close.
I
love
rewatched
that movie.
I love it too, but rewatching it last year or the year before, I did not remember the special effects being that shitty.
Yeah,
the CGI is bad.
It did not age very gracefully. I loved it when I saw it in the theater. I still enjoyed it, but it is absolutely Sam Raimi camp through and through.
Yeah, which added to the charm for me.
Yeah,
but the special effects, I was like, wow,
and Alison
this is
Lohman did not act very well in it. She was very wooden.
I'll give Allison the wood.
But that was a lot of fun to watch. I don't remember what I rated that on. I think 3.5 is what I rated it on Letterboxd.
Hey, so have you become more active on Letterboxd again?
I just put on the 3 movies that we're going to discuss.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to be a little more active.
I started following Poominati on Letterboxd, the great Poominati.
I follow him.
He might watch shittier movies than Dom does.
Him and Dom have conversations about it.
Oh, I bet. It looks like,
and he watches. I think he watches everything that we do on What the Fuck Did I Just Watch?
Yeah, it looks like that tracks.
And then the third movie that I attempted to watch but did not finish for various reasons.
We got a Shuddy Boy walkout.
Halloween Kills.
Ooh.
Yeah, that movie sucked, huh? I just fell asleep like
all the
30
kids were
in.
here this weekend, and we tried to sit down and watch it. And Zach's friend Andy had never seen a Halloween movie, didn't know what was going on, hated every second of it. The boys were all hanging out and talking. I was involved in their conversations. Nobody was paying attention to the movie, and because it wasn't very captivating. Like, it was really not. It was all right. Like, it was fine. Maybe I'll watch it again, but it was just like, this is fucking ridiculous.
I mean, you should.
This is absolutely ridiculous. At the very beginning, when he starts pointing out these people's trauma at an open mic, I was like, that's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, very goofy.
So that was it. What I saw, 2 dicks.
So you should at least fast forward to just watch like the last 10 minutes, perhaps.
Okay. I mean, like I said, it was just, there was other stuff going on, and it wasn't interesting enough to take anybody's attention from random possibly stoned conversations.
Fair enough. I'm not.
But speaking,
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Shuddy.
No. You say what you were gonna say, and then I'll.
Well, I was just gonna go quickly list my watches from Halloween.
Yes, do that.
Off of my Letterboxd. So I don't have anything that I specifically have to watch on Halloween Day every year, but I do have stuff that stays in the rotation. And I did introduce Rent to the 1990s, the early 90s Addams Family movies, which
with
Raul Julia and Angelica Houston, Christopher Lloyd, Christina Ricci. Stacked cast.
Joan Cusack.
Yep, in the second one,
Family
Values. Yeah, she had never seen them before. And
Carol Kane.
I absolutely love those movies. I have the 2-pack on Blu-ray. And
MC Hammer.
Doing the soundtrack. Tag Team doing the end theme for Addams Family Values, which, if you're having a discussion of worst songs created in the history of mankind, that has to be brought up in the discussion.
I didn't drag them. They came willingly, but the boys and I went on a toy hunt this weekend, and we were each taking turns putting on classic hip hop. And at one point, Draymond asked for a song. I'm like, nope, I'm putting one on. And I made them listen to Ninja Rap.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Is that Vanilla Ice?
Sure is.
So if you put the Ninja Rap from Vanilla Ice, the Addams Family theme by MC Hammer, and the Addams Family Values theme by Tag Team. And I don't know if Tag Team holds any weight with some of our younger listeners, but if you're not familiar with the one-hit wonder, Whoop, There It Is, that's Tag Team. And they
it's a commercial too, right?
Yeah, I was going to say they might be more familiar with them from the...
What is it? Is it Geico?
Ice cream. Yeah, it's a Geico commercial.
Currently?
They do Whoop, There It Is, but it's about ice cream sundaes.
Oh my God.
And I don't know why it's Geico, because there's nothing that stands out about that commercial that's auto insurance. But yeah, it is Tag Team, and they're in this couple's kitchen rapping, doing that Whoop, There It Is about ice cream. I think it's Geico, but
man, those motherfuckers literally had one song in their tank, because after Whoop, There It Is, when they did the Addams Family Values theme song, it's literally them going, Whoop! The Addams Family! There it is!
The commercial is, what are you waiting for? Tag Team to help you plan dessert. And then the lyrics are French Vanilla, Rocky Road.
Whoop, There It Is, Suck My Chode.
Peanut butter cookie dough. Scoop, there it is. Scoop, there it is.
It's good. It's good. It's a good commercial.
Man, but it's that theme song coming on after you watch Addams Family Values, hysterical. Outside of that, though, Blue Rent mine. She fucking loves those movies, loves them, to the point where today she was still talking about it. Like, I can't get over how good those fucking movies are. I was like, yeah, every now and then I'll steer you in the right direction with my retro picks. But those went over very well. Mischief Night, which I don't know if is even a thing to people outside of the East Coast. Devil's Night, if you will. Watched The Blob, the 1988 The Blob, 5-dicker. The Thing, 1982, John Carpenter, 5-dicker. It Follows, 5-dicker. And
Was she present for those movies?
Yes.
Did she dislike any of them?
No. Obviously, The Thing went over the best, but she was surprised at how gruesome The Blob was and how much she liked it and how good the practical effects were. Very grossed out by The Blob. She hated the actual creature. And then Halloween Day watched the Tim Burton Sleepy Hollow and Trick or Treat, which I wouldn't classify as 5-dickers, but great movies to watch on Halloween. So yeah, that was my wrap up watching. And if you follow myself and Shuddy on Letterboxd, you can see all these reviews in real time. Jeff, you made a Letterboxd account, but never really stuck with it.
I don't really I don't really review movies very often. But I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna say I'll pick it back up, but I probably won't.
No, I don't think you will. But speaking of Letterboxd D,
Yep, that's what I was going to do before you went on your list of movies. I was going to throw it to that.
Letterboxd D, Letterboxd D, it's Letterboxd D. The D stands for dicks. It's the Letterboxd D game.
all right, Shuddy has prepared for us the Letterboxd D game. And a quick rundown of what this game is. On the app Letterboxd D, if you go to an actor or actress and click on them, it lists their movies in some sort of popularity. We've never really been able to gauge what it is, because it's definitely not by how many people have marked it as viewed. It's definitely not by rankings of how people have scored it. There is some method to the madness, but we haven't been able to crack it. So Shuddy Boy is going to throw some actors at Jeff and myself, and we are going to take guesses of what is their most popular movie, listed in order by Letterboxd D, of course.
Letterboxd D.
And this is a spooky season themed Letterboxd D game to wrap up.
You son of a bitch.
To wrap it up.
You son of a bitch, Shuddy.
Jeff, would you... I was going to flip a coin, but I don't have any near me. Jeff, you can go first, since this is more Kevin's.
Yeah, since I'm just going to get my fucking head bounced off.
You're going to go
by
first
Kevin
every
this
time. George A. Romero. This is movies he's directed, not acted in.
I'll go with the only one that I know, Dawn of the Dead. Right?
Yeah, that is one, yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's one, and I would bet that is the number one pick. And I can only imagine his second most popular would be Night of the Living Dead. Which they recently did I saw Seek talking about this on his Instagram. I don't know if they rotoscoped it or just animated it independently, but I think they did a full animation redo of Night of the Living Dead and didn't change the script or anything. I don't know if they even used the original audio of the movie and just laid the animation over it, but I sort of ran out of time, but I would have liked to have checked that out. That sounds a little interesting. How'd we do, Shuddy?
You did very well, but the way the answers pan out make it seem like you were being a dick to Jeff. If Monkey Shines, which was recently done on What the Fuck Did I Just Watch?
Yep.
Came in at number 11.
Ooh.
Number 3 was Day of the Dead.
Okay.
Number 2 was Dawn of the Dead. So Jeff gets 2 points. Number 1 is Night of the Living Dead.
Interesting. So I guess it goes right down the line of the trilogy.
So you got 2 points, Jeff. Kevin, even though he said, "Oh, I think that's number 1," he actually guessed the number 1 answer.
I really did think Dawn of the Dead would be more popular. It's in color. I don't know. They had a bigger budget. Had a bigger budget.
Sticking with directors, Jeff, what is the top on Wes Craven's list?
I think I only know 2 of these movies. Off the
You
top of my
know
head, I only
4
know
of them, at least. At
yeah,
least.
Right. I'll go Scream, just because, you know, it's my favorite horror movie, and I just saw it in the theater, so it's on the tip of everyone's tongue.
Just
and there's
Scream number 1, right? Just the first
Scream
one.
1.
Okay.
Man,
Kevin.
that's a good guess. Again, I'm not trying to be a dick to Jeff. I think that's the number 1 answer. So I'll just try and take the number 2 with Nightmare on Elm Street.
Full title, please.
A Nightmare on Elm Street?
Yeah, I was just being...
Oh, wow. If you did that shit to me, I would have been in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, Jeff's changing his Zoom background to a Canada Goose.
Uh,
Gotta get this one right.
there's nothing that in his list that we've yet done on What the Fuck Did I Just Watch. The original Hills Have Eyes is number 7.
Not that
Scream-
great. I watched that relatively recently. Kind of boring.
Scream 3 is number 5.
Wow.
Scream 4 is number 4. Scream 2 is number 3. And then coming in at number 2, A Nightmare on Elm Street.
I knew it.
Number 1, Scream. So now you guys are
That checks
tied.
out. That checks
Thank
out.
God. Why didn't you just pick Scream as well? If you knew it was going to be number 1 or you felt strongly that it was, why don't you just pick the same thing as me? It's all good.
I thought once it's selected, it's off the table.
I didn't know if that was the rule or not. I think you could just pick the same thing.
All right, Jeff. Sticking with our third and final director, John Carpenter.
I'll go Halloween. God damn it. I'm going to overthink this. I'll go Halloween H2O.
No, let's do a Halloween movie that he actually directed.
He didn't direct that one? All right,
No.
then, yeah. I'll go with Halloween. I was
Even if
trying
he
to,
did direct H2O, why? This is why you always lose.
I don't know, man. I just felt
Kevin,
like switching it up.
I gotta scrape by and get that second place points and try and go with the thing.
well, Escape from LA was number 11. Assault on Precinct 13, number 10. Christine, number 8. Big Trouble in Little China, number 5.
Interesting.
Then Escape from New York at number 4. Number 3, starring Roddy Piper, They Live.
No way. Wow, I'm kind of pumped that cracked the top 3.
Number 2 is Halloween. And number 1 is The Thing.
Oh my goodness. Jeff, you silly bastard.
Now to the original Scream Queen herself,
Suck on my dick!
Jamie Lee Curtis, Jeff.
Eraser.
Again, you might want to pick a movie she's in.
Yeah, that was Sharon Stone.
No, Jamie Lee
No.
Curtis is in. Wait, no, I'm thinking of True Lies. Damn it! Sorry, I don't know. I got my Arnold movies mixed up. Can I go True Lies still?
Do you really want to?
Based on the way you asked that question, I do not know.
Okay.
I'll go. Terrible. I just can't go with a conventional one because it feels just too easy. I'm going Trading Places.
Kevin.
All right, I'm going to drain the blood from Jeff's mortally wounded body and harvest his meat and
Are
go
we
in.
still playing Letterboxd Game?
I'm going in for the fatality. Knives Out. Knives Out was insanely popular. As legendary as some of her movies have been, it's got to be Knives Out.
Coming in at number 13, Trading Places. Other notables. Escape from New York at number 6. Freaky Friday at number 5.
Wow.
Halloween Kills at number 4. The Rob Zombie Halloween at number 3.
She was in that?
I guess. The original Halloween at number 2. Knives Out at number 1.
Dookie Boy the Cocksucker.
All right. Jeff, what
Yeah,
do you think
Jeff.
is number one on Kevin Bacon's list?
Oh.
I'm not going to tell you which horror movie he was in because
Suck on my dick!
that
I
could
know
be
it.
used as an answer.
Just number one movie altogether.
Yep.
It's probably like Mystic River. I'll go the Hollow Man. Right? He was in that, wasn't he?
Okay. Hollow Man. Yes, that was him.
Why do I always lose at this game? All right.
I don't know. I figured because there were spooky season shit.
Oh, fuck. Where did it go? I'm coming in with another
Finish him.
fatality on Jeff. I will say X-Men First Class. Where he plays Sebastian Shaw, I believe.
Yes. Jeff, what horror movie was Kevin Bacon in?
The Invisible Man. The
No,
Hollow
that's
Man?
Hollow Man, what you're thinking of, but not. I thought the reason that he's in this list is because he was in the original Friday the 13th. But I can't. Where are the?
That's
Dookie Boy the
That's so
cocksucker.
obvious. They got him with the arrow through the bed underneath.
Dookie Boy the cocksucker.
I don't even see Hollow Man on the list. Oh no, there it is. Sorry, at number 1, 2, 3.
Number
Four.
5,000th.
Number 18 is Hollow Man. Wild Things is number 15. Sleepers 14. Footloose 10. Tremors at 7. Apollo 13 at 5. Mystic River number 4. Then 3 is Friday the 13th. Number 2 is Crazy Stupid Love. Number 1 is X-Men First Class.
Suck on my dick!
That's absurd. Whatever.
And that mathematically takes you out of it.
Suck on my dick!
But
I tried,
for
Jeff.
fun, I have one more. Mr. Scarfman himself, Johnny Depp.
Oh. Wow, he's been in a lot of shit. A lot of big name movies, a lot of franchises.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny who? I'll just go Pirates of the Caribbean.
Which one?
Motherfucker. The first one.
Okay, that I'll accept that much.
Yeah, I know there's a subtitle behind
But
it.
as long as you say the first one, I can
Yeah.
figure out which one you're talking about.
You mean The
What
Curse
is
of
it?
the Black Pearl?
Is that the first one?
Yes.
It is.
Ah. God damn, he's done a lot. Oh, okay. I'm going to select the franchise that he was removed from and being replaced with the great Mads Mikkelsen. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Jeff wins one.
Whoa!
Wait, that was your guess? Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find One?
Yeah, that's the name of a Harry Potter prequel, Jeff.
I'm sorry, we're still talking about Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Yes.
How are you not making fun of that stupid ass guess? How many fucking movies that guy been in? He picked a movie I've never even heard of.
Yeah, but it's number 3. It's still in
Never
its top 3.
Never mind.
So
What the
that's
fuck
why
does-
I didn't make fun of it.
Fair enough. What do I know? All right, go ahead.
That would have been like if for this one you picked Mordecai, Jeff, or if he had picked Mordecai, I would have made fun of him.
Yeah,
Ah.
no, totally. If he showed up on 3, fuck, I don't know.
Dark Shadows.
Nightmare on Elm Street was number 7.
Oh, yeah.
21 Jump Street was number 5. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, number 4.
Yikes.
Fantastic Beasts, number 3. Pirates of the Caribbean, number 2. And number 1, absolutely 100% due to spooky season, is Edward Scissorhands.
Whoa. I mean, Letterboxd doesn't like slide its rankings. I think it just goes by. Maybe it does. Maybe it is kind of like at IMDb, you can just sort by popularity at that moment in time. I wonder if it is how many people are currently.
Oh, you know what?
it.
It's actually, I'm looking because I have them pulled up on my computer.
Yeah.
So the drop down menu is popularity all time. And then there's this week, this month, and this year.
So it's done by all time.
All time, yeah.
Wow, and Edward Scissorhands is more popular than the fucking Pirates movies?
If we do this week, it's number 1 is A Nightmare on Elm Street, 2 is Corpse Bride, 3 is Edward Scissorhands, and
No
then Pirates
shit.
of the Caribbean, and then Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, then Sleepy Hollow, Sweeney Todd, Alice in Wonderland, which
Big
you
fat.
also say those
Yeah,
go with spooky season.
It's all big fat Tim Burton dicks swinging around, slapping people
Yeah.
in the face, causing concussions. Wow. Well, up yours, Jeff. Take that.
And just so no, let's. The
I've
final
had too many recent L's. So that's just whatever. Just throw it on top.
had to-
Whatever. Fuck me.
Kevin ended with 13 points. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Ended with 15 points.
Mm.
Jeff ended with.
The important part is, Jeff, you got points this time.
9
I mean,
points.
yeah, I wasn't shut
9
up.
points.
Yeah, I was not like the bitch ass Detroit Lions. I scored more than them yesterday.
So I think we've got a little bit of time left to handle one or two.
Voicemails, yay!
Perhaps. Let's see. All right, get this Google Voice app up and running. Let's check in with the Poominati and see what our fellow humans have to say. Oh no, it's frozen. Come on, work with me. Where did we leave off? Oh, I believe this one. Let's see. Damn it! Hold on.
I'm calling in from the lawyer's office where I work. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not the mailboy.
This is so quiet.
Actually the custodian.
Yeah, I definitely can't hear it.
So I don't get caught and scolded for listening to this pile of shit.
Yeah, it's...
Doing my job. One more strike. And
Oh, you know what this is? It's I can just hear it enough to hear that it's some guy trying to pretend to be the lawyer. But it's not the lawyer. I can see the phone numbers. You, sir, are no lawyer.
You're a fucking imposter.
Nice try. Okay, hopefully the audio on this one plays properly.
I'm gonna have to unplug the auxiliary
Hey,
cord and
boys.
plug it back in.
Dewey
Nope,
Boggs.
There we go.
Just calling here because I picked up a fresh hot Pizza Hut pizza and I'm driving home to enjoy it. And I heard
Yeah.
Kevin
I hope it's a pepperoni pan pizza, sir.
mention
I hope you burned your mouth.
Such a hater. Such a hater.
Gutenberg on the Easter egg the other day.
Gutenberg.
And it reminded me of the time that I met Steve Gutenberg in an elevator when I was 16 in Toronto, of all places. I'm not from there, so we were in a hotel, and I was riding the elevator down to the floor, and a guy in there tying his shoe. And he says, "Excuse me, do you know if it's warm outside?" And I turn around, and it's fucking Mahoney from Police Academy. And my 16-year-old brain just went, and didn't say a word.
Was that him trying to be Michael Winslow? That'd be pretty cool. You get on an elevator with Steve Gutenberg and you just... And you just try to be Michael Winslow to him?
The
Just get a
only
quick
Winslow
audition.
I know is Carl.
Oh, you son of a bitch. You don't know the sound effect guy from the Police Academy movies? Nah, whatever. Lost Jeff.
and then had to ride down 16 flights with Steve Gutenberg. So, yeah, love the show, boys. Keep up the good work. Jeff, I don't know what the fuck you did to your microphone, but fix that shit. But you're a pussy. Anyway, love you guys. Even you, Jeff. I'm just kidding. Please don't hate on me, even though I called out your pronunciation of potpourri. But talk to you soon. Still a fan. Talk to you.
Love you too.
Yeah. Hey.
It sounds like he's handed me some L's over the years. Again, just fuck me, whatever.
Hey, well,
Yeah.
you could hit him. I mean, who do you think would have handled a Steve Gutenberg elevator ride with more poise? You or that gentleman, Jeff?
I think me, because, you
don't really know who he is.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't even know who the fuck he is. Weren't you in that, what's that movie with the Olsen sisters, with their like estranged twins? And I think it's with Kirstie Alley.
All right, this guy would have
Steve
handled Steve
Gutenberg
better.
Yeah. You know what? I would have asked him about his filmography. He wouldn't have remembered. It would have been like fucking Curtis Armstrong, where I'm just like quoting his movies to him. He's like, I wasn't even in that. Then I have to go pull it up on IMDb. That's like one of my favorite moments in MSPH history. I was like, yeah, dude, you're the Salt guy and Bully. No, thinking of the wrong guy. It's like, what? And then I pulled up like a screenshot of it.
The day that Jeff shuddied Booger. A day that will live in MSPH history.
Bro, I know your filmography better than you do. Steve Gutenberg. What's the movie I was talking about? I'm on his IMDb. You know what? It's going to take me forever.
Yeah, well, Jeff is
going to take me forever.
Farting in his own mouth. Here's another voicemail.
Hi, Mad Scientist Party Hour. This is Vancouver's Canada. No, shit. Pardon.
Take two.
And he's gone. Oh shit! And he didn't even call back. I see the area code, and it doesn't pop up on any other of these. Oh well. Well, it was nice to hear from you, Vancouver. Here's another human.
Hey, Mad Scientist Party Hour. Jenny Big Tits here. And since you guys have been lacking in the poop and fart jokes, I guess I should probably give one to you.
Wait a second. We have not calmed down on the poop and fart jokes, ma'am.
It seems like she's saying we have. And I can see that.
Madam,
I will poop on credibility.
I will poop on your big tits.
This is way more offensive than any other voicemail we've gotten today.
Yeah. How do you like those turd apples?
So someone can be entertained at least.
God damn.
So, not that long ago, I was at a party at my friend's house, and we partied till 3 a.m. I ended up falling asleep in one of my friend's bed. He ended up coming up and falling asleep next to me, apparently. I ended up waking up at 7 o'clock in the morning, even though we had stayed up way later than that. And I felt like I had a fart. And it was not a fart. It was definitely a shit. And I immediately panicked, so I ran downstairs and took a shower in his bathroom. And then I ended up having to take my white thong that was now brown. And I took it off. And then I drove home. I threw it out my window. And I was like, fuck this shit. And a couple hours later, when my friend woke up, he was like, who slept next to me?
Oh my God. So wait, she was if you are wearing a thong and you shit your pants, does it just saw the turd in half?
Well, let's see where the story goes, because maybe she...
Jenny Big Tits. I don't know if I want to hear the rest of the story.
Yeah, you're now Jenny Big Shits.
It's like someone shit their pants in my bed. And I was like, dude, I have no idea who shits their pants in your bed. I was like, I have no idea. And he's like, what the fuck? And I was like, yeah, it must have been some slut. Lo and behold,
some slut.
It was me. And I will hang that over his head forever. He still has no idea that it was me, and I shit my pants in his bed, and I left super early. And yeah, I will blackmail him with that for like forever.
Wait, what?
So
Yeah, how is she gonna blackmail him with this?
You understand how
It
blackmail
damages
works,
her
right?
reputation, not his.
Well, I mean, it's her word over his, and if she just flips her shit onto him, maybe she can, I don't know, talk her way out of this.
Unless she's saying,
since
he doesn't know, so she's gonna be like, you let some random girl shit in your bed, and that's what she's gonna lord over him forever.
I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. It feels like there's going to be some like a crisis in conscience, or something's going to blow that cover eventually, and it's probably going to be Jenny Big Shits herself.
Okay, there's a cool like shit joke. So, can someone please shit their pants or something? I do really enjoy when Kevin Kraft shits his pants in a mall and stuff.
I don't.
It's really funny. So, all right, love you guys. Talk to you
All right,
later.
so that's what she meant by we're lacking on the shit and fart jokes. Kevin hasn't shit his pants recently.
I can't shit my pants every damn week.
Yeah, you only get one of those every 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, then it won't even be funny. But like, oh,
we are
due,
due,
shit
though.
his pants again.
We are definitely due, I feel like.
We'll see. We'll see.
Maybe
I'll
shit your
shit my
pants at your cousin's wedding.
Maybe I'll shit my pants at Skankfest. Who knows? There are
You
venues.
just got a whole bunch of Poominati excited.
There's potential. I could shit my pants at any given moment. It could be at Skankfest. Who knows?
People are going to come up to you and just randomly squeeze you.
Yeah, you should shit your pants during your Cool Bean set.
I would actually.
Now that's rock and roll.
Yeah, we could just channel G.G. Allen and shit all over the place.
That's rock and rape and roll, baby.
I would like to extend an offer to Jenny Big Shits to conference call this gentleman, call into MSPH, and admit to him that you pooped in his bed, and we can get his reaction in real time. And then you can blackmail him or something.
Yeah, we'll try to get money out of this for you.
Listen, you remember what happened on Jenny Jones when she brought people on with a secret to share? Let's not.
That's a good point. We don't have the Rude Jude buffer. Maybe we can get Jude to sit in. Like, hey, we're going to have a Jenny Jones moment. We need Rude Jude now more than ever.
Yeah, we should have Rude Jude on to begin with.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
I don't think he lives in LA anymore.
Oh, if only we had some sort of video conferencing software where he didn't have to be in LA.
That's no fun.
God, I miss Rude Jude. I'm
All right,
fucking
well,
hungry.
Yeah.
You know, I
me too.
found one of the best tortas that I've ever had down the street in Long Beach. I'm pretty excited about it.
You're eating tortoises now?
Tortas. Have you ever had a torta? I know I'm saying it wrong.
No, you're
I'm
not.
saying it.
How are
I'm
you
not-
saying it wrong? It's 5 letters. Which letter, or do you think? Which part of it do you think you're mispronouncing? Should it be torte?
Is it tortas? Tortaso?
Torta. I don't know. It's gotta have a little more flair to it. Like I try saying horchata, and every Mexican I say that to kind of laughs at me. Okay, yeah, we know what you want. Like, oh, cool. So I figure I just say all Mexican words, Spanish words wrong. But torta, and it's very good.
Mexican sandwich.
I'm very happy
Mexican
for you, Jeff.
Sammy.
Sorry. I know it's not the shitting my pants story that
Well, look, we're going to just leave that as a cliffhanger. If you want to hear more about Jeff and sandwiches, might I advise you to go to patreon.com/MadScientistPartyHour.
you want to hear more about Jeff and sandwiches, just dip in your wallet, get your debit card, go to patreon.com.
Yeah.
And become
And
a
sign up.
You
subscriber.
can listen to Jeff talk about sandwiches from many nations.
Yeah. So we are about to kick off almost our 200th Patreon show. I don't know exactly what we're up to, but we got like a couple weeks left before we hit our 200th Patreon podcast. And you can access all of them. The entire back catalog is there. Patreon.com/MadScientistPartyHour. Along with new show, Queef or No Queef.
This will be Patreon 198 this week. So 3 more.
They're coming. It's coming, my friends. And if you want to be a part of voicemails, just call 472-0139 and leave a message after the beep, or you can just shoot your emails to madscientistpartyhour@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Instagram. I'm at Kevin Kraft.
At Shuddy Boy.
At Jeffra Records.
And at MSPH Podcast on both Twitter and Instagram. You can also subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. Every little bit helps, as well as when you subscribe to the podcast and review us on Apple Podcast, iTunes, whatever the shit it is right now. Shuddy, you got anything?
Nope.
All right, well, there you have it, friends. But until next time, something.